Alright, what is up, my NHL'94 community friends? Today is a very strange video, very tragic video. I'm doing a video about SNES. Now, I know, bear with me here. There's just, my love of pass shots has overcome my hatred of SNES, and because SNES has a couple ways where the pass shot can actually be useful, I wanted to do a quick video to tell you guys a little bit about it, to share my knowledge, what I know, what I've found, because when I started playing, I was told the pass shots are only in Sega. They don't really exist in SNES. They're not really useful. And I have found that to be completely untrue. I found the pass shots to be very useful in times when shots would be slower. The passes seem to just force their way through. So I'm going to start with what I consider to be the hardest type, because it's going to take me a lot of tries to do it. Then I'm going to go down to the easiest type, and I'll show you along the way each one how it's done. So the setup is I've got Ottawa goalie in because their goalie sucks. And I'm going to go with McGillney because he's one of my favorite players. So here we go. I'm going to start with the one in Sega that I call the diagonal snipe show. So here we go. And so for this one, you need to try to get the goalie moving and then put it back to the other side. So I'll just load my state here. Keep missing that post. Now, what you'll find with pass shots as you're learning them is that you will hit a lot of posts as well. So I'll show you sort of like why that happens and how you can protect against it, or help to not have it happen a little bit. Getting closer. Getting closer. So frustrating. This one's like money in the bank in Sega. Oh, come on, Logs. Put money in. Okay. Let's go check out the replay, and we can kind of see how this one sets up. So this one I actually did like a relatively big loop here. Right in the center ice area. I actually turned like almost completely towards the right side boards here. This gets the goalie moving to the right side of the net, and then he turned, and where I'm pressing is diagonal up on my controller. Now on SNES, I think you just have the 4 directions technically, but if you push up and left at the same time, you get the same effect. I'm using a Sega controller for this. I don't think that makes a difference, but somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. So that one gets put in. But basically, yeah, you want to try to get the goalie moving over to the right and then go back and do an angled pass upwards towards that corner. What you should note is that in a regular game, this one's even harder to do because if you have any players in like remotely anywhere in sort of this direction, he'll just pass it to them. So this one I've only scored once in a SNES game, and it's usually when the player actually takes his goalie to challenge you out to the right. That's when it normally works best. All right, so the next one I'm going to try to do is just the straight up goal. Now the setup for the straight up goal is that you usually start a little bit outside, and you bring it in. So I'll walk you through that one here quick. So I bring it far outside, like almost to the red dot. Then you start coming in, and when you do that, you just sort of get the goalie moving just a little bit, and you can see right here, he leaves this lane open. Now, in Sega, you get a little bit more leeway. If you hit the post, it normally just defaults to going in. In SNES, it's extremely unforgiving, and you will hit the post a lot trying this shot, and it's frustrating. But you can see here, just have a few pixels. I'll try to back it up there. It's not really letting me show you guys. Right there. Yep, see, so I could have hit the post, but it said, you know what, I'm going to let him have this one. So that's the straight up and B goal. I'm going to try to do it a couple times backhand, but I already tried for a few minutes before, and it didn't really work for whatever reason. Yeah, post. Goalie's just not, he just seems to cover this post better. His glove hand side, I don't know if he's got a stronger glove or... Oh, there we go. I snuck one in. But anyways, you get the premise. All right, the next one I'm going to do is the forehand pass shot. So the forehand pass shot, you normally come in a little bit on the like this is a left-hand shooter, so I'm coming in on the right side. And so that's a little bit of a closer one. It is possible to score him from further out, but I'm going to show you what happens here step by step. So right here, I brought it in very close, and you see just before, like at the hash marks, now the goalie has to move to start to cover the direction that you're coming. And then what I do is I just press to the right, and then right before you press B, you have to make sure that you're pressing straight up. If I don't press straight up, it's likely going to go into the corner. So if you're experiencing that problem, you just need to make sure that you are 100% pressing straight up before you do this. All right, so you see that one. All right, now I'll do the backhand. So the backhand is just the reverse of that. So you wanna come in a little bit to on your forehand side, and then kind of get the goalie moving. Whoa, that was a weird one. What the? All right. Okay, I mean, whatever. I'll take that one just because I want to end this video because I'm already feeling really dirty. Like I need to take a shower after doing so much SNES, talking about SNES. Basically, you hold the goalie on the left post, and then you go to the right and go to the forehand. Now this is actually, it's kind of a good one because I don't think a shot would go in here in SNES. But for some reason, the pass, just with the speed, it just forces its way through. So this is why I find the pass shot to be actually pretty useful in SNES, is for this exact reason here. It seems to force its way through when a shot wouldn't. There's a couple other pass shots that work in Sega that don't really transfer very well to SNES, so I'm not even really going to talk about them. So these are the ones that I use successfully, especially the forehand and the backhand. So the reason I like the forehand one is you can just come in really close, and like I said, right after the hash marks, that's when the goalie starts moving. So if you have the puck off to the right when you come into the hash marks, he's going to be moving to cover that side. And then the same thing on the backhand. So if you bring the puck over to the left, just past the hash marks, you see how he cleared, like super cleared to the forehand side, and then that frees up that backhand for the straight up pass shot. All right, see right there, that's a good example, a good non-example of what to do. So here you can see my character was aiming diagonal up. He was not. I had not fully pressed upwards, and that's why my pass went into the corner instead of into the back of the net. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something. If you have any questions, just put it in the comments below. Make sure to like, follow, share, all that shit. And I'll see you on the ice.